Hello, my name is Chaplain Robert Holsinger. I'm the 212 chaplain. I was thinking the other day, I was remembering 20 years ago when I did my first and only sprint distance triathlon. It consisted of a 500-meter swim, a 12.5-mile bike ride, and a 5K. I thought because I was in gym shape, I wouldn't have any problem doing that. And one of my biggest problems was I didn't train for the triathlon. Like, I had swum before, I was on a swim team, but never did lake swimming before. I had somewhere along the way, did a 12.5-mile bike ride, probably did a 5K over the course of a year, if you add all that together. But I thought because I had stayed in the gym 3 to 4 days a week, I could do it no problem. And I remember that morning waking up, kind of having a little dread, but excited because it's something I had been wanting to do and something I wanted to accomplish. And I noticed I was in trouble after I finished the swim, which I thought was going to be my best event. I remember struggling coming around and looking towards the end and finally seeing the shore. And I was barely able to get to the shoreline and stand up. And I remember at that point wondering if I should continue, and then at that point I just lost it. Everything within me just came right out on the sand before me. And I got to tell you, I wanted to quit. Fortunately, I decided to do the sprint distance triathlon with a friend. And when I came out of the water, he was waiting for me. And just one word out of his mouth, he said, "Let's go." And then I went to the next event, and it was a bike ride. And I said a bike ride before, but never after a 500-meter swim. And I remember getting passed by a lot of older people. And I remember during those times wanting to quit, but I had a friend that said, "Let's go." And I remember coming down to the final and saying, I'm done, I'm not gonna do this 5K, because I've never run a 5K before, and I'm so tired. And I remember my friend simply said, "Let's go." And we walked at times and we ran at times. But the big picture is that I finished. And there's a scripture verse that I use in my faith tradition that helped me, and I kept it kind of in my mind as I went. And it's Romans 5:3-5a, and it simply says, "Hard times produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character gives us hope in what is to come." And I gotta tell you, though I felt outmatched at times, man, it was one of the best memories that I have as I look back over the past 20 years, because it was something that was bigger than me. It allowed me to look at other goals that I had in my life and to know that every experience that I had is not a wasted experience. It really helps you to tackle that much larger mountain that lies in front of you. But I know I had to do it with a friend. And I know in the midst of what we're going through now, there may be some things that you think, man, that's just too big. I can't handle it. Number one, that's why we need those friendships. That's why we need to pick up the phone. That's why we need to IM. That's what we need to text and just say we need a little help right now. But I am so confident in the soldiers and family members, because we're in the military. And even to get into the military, you had to go through some big mountains in order to get here. And I know through relying on each other and going day by day, we're going to get through this together. My name is Robert Holsinger, and thank you for tuning in.